There is a question that will come up at your job interview. It's a question that most people struggle to answer and they end up failing. That question is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? It's a difficult question to answer because most people think the hiring manager wants them to say that their strengths are being a hard worker and good team worker, and that their weakness is being a perfectionist. But those strengths and that weakness will result in an interview fail. If you want to learn how to answer the difficult interview question, what are your strengths and weaknesses, to get the highest scores possible, stay tuned. And just very quickly, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am here to help you pass every job interview you ever attend. I can only do that if you are subscribed. And please hit the like button because that motivates me to create more great content for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's jump straight into the tutorial. To help you pass your job interview at the first attempt, I will cover the following 3 things in this video. Number 1, I will tell you the reason why the hiring manager will ask you the interview question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? There are 2 reasons why, and you need to know what they are to give the perfect answer. Number 2, I will then give you a list of 7 strengths and 7 weaknesses that are perfect for job interviews. And then finally, number 3, I will give you 2 brilliant example answers to the question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? And all you have to do is choose the one answer option you think is the strongest. Okay, to begin with, let me explain the 2 reasons why the hiring manager will ask you the question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Please take notes. Reason number 1 why they will ask you the question, what are your strengths and weaknesses, is because they want to assess if your strengths are going to add value to the company. The company will pay you a salary each month, and they want to make sure they will get a good return from that salary. That is why your strengths must stand out from the other candidates. And reason number 2 why the hiring manager will ask you the question, what are your strengths and weaknesses, is because they want to hire someone who is self-aware and prepared to continually improve. If you don't know what your weaknesses are, or if you say you don't have any weaknesses, the hiring manager will see you as someone who isn't prepared to grow professionally or accept feedback. Okay, now that we know the reasons why the hiring manager will ask you the question, what are your strengths and weaknesses, let me give you a list of the 7 best strengths that will impress the hiring manager. Once we have worked through each of these 7 strengths and what they mean, I will then give you a list of 7 really good weaknesses for job interviews. Please write these down. Strength number 1 is adaptability. Now, the best employees are the ones who can turn their hand to most things. They will volunteer to take on tasks outside of their job description, or even stay behind late after work to help the company in times of need. If you can demonstrate in your interview that you will be flexible and adaptable with your job description, your chances of getting hired will increase significantly. Strength number 2 is goal setter. A goal setter is someone who always has goals they are working toward achieving. Their goals might be finding ways to help the business grow, save money, or improve customer service standards. A goal setter will also often be working toward a self-development goal by studying training courses. Goal setters are vital if a company is to be successful, and this is one of the best strengths to include when answering that question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Strength number 3 is embracing change. Now, a company or organization will only be successful if it tries new initiatives to meet the needs of its customers, service users, or clients. A company that refuses to change will eventually fail. That is why those candidates who use the strength of embracing change when answering the question, what are your strengths and weaknesses, are more likely to get a job offer. Strength number 4 is being open to feedback. I remember employing someone in my company who, whenever I gave them feedback, guidance, or advice, was very positive about it. Each time I criticized their work, they listened. Each time I gave them feedback on how to improve, they took action. That person went on to be very successful in their career. One of the best strengths for job interviews is accepting feedback and criticism as opposed to being defensive about it. Strength number 5 is collaborator. This is a great one. A collaborator is someone who will fit quickly into a team, works closely with other people, values people's opinions, and puts the team's needs above their own. If you say that one of your strengths is being a strong collaborator, the hiring manager will definitely sit up and listen. Strength number 6 is taking the lead. Now, most people will not take the lead when things go wrong at work. They leave the problem to their manager or someone else to deal with. However, if you are the type of person who steps up and seeks ways to overcome challenges during team tasks or projects, use this as one of your strengths in your interview. Strength number 7 is trustworthiness. Trustworthy employees are very hard to come by. A trustworthy employee will always do a job on time, and they won't have to be reminded of the tasks they must complete. A trustworthy employee will never be disrespectful about their co-workers or talk negatively about their employer to other people. If you are trustworthy and loyal, use this as one of your strengths. Okay, now that we know the best strengths to use in a job interview when answering that question, what are your strengths and weaknesses, let's now move on to my 7 best weaknesses. Once I have given you these 7 weaknesses, I will give you my 2 top scoring answers. Here we go. Weakness number 1 is impatience. Impatient people are great to have in a team because they want to get things done really quickly. Impatient people tend to get twice as much work done than the average employee. My biggest weakness is impatience, but the amount of work I get done is impressive. If you are an impatient person, consider using it as one of your weaknesses in your interview. Weakness number 2 is presentation skills and public speaking. The majority of jobs do not require the skill of public speaking. That is why it is one of the best weaknesses to give in a job interview. If you do use public speaking as one of your weaknesses, make sure you say you want to improve on this skill, and if there are any opportunities in the job role for you to give talks to your team, you would like to give it a try. Weakness number 3 is difficulty asking for help. If you are the type of person who takes pride in their work and when things go wrong, you don't like to ask others for help, consider using it as one of your weaknesses. However, make sure you say in your answer that you are aware that you need to start accessing the skills and knowledge of co-workers when you do encounter a problem to speed up task completion. Weakness number 4 is taking on too much work. This is a brilliant weakness for job interviews. If you are the type of person that can't say no to people when they ask you for help or to take on extra work, use this as one of your weaknesses. Although saying yes to people all the time is a weakness, the hiring manager will actually see this as a positive thing. Weakness number 5 is difficulty delegating. This is another great weakness for job interviews. Some people prefer to do things themselves because they want the task to be done to a high standard. If you use this as one of your weaknesses, be sure to say that you are taking action to improve by forcing yourself to delegate tasks to team members to speed up task completion. Weakness number 6 is striking a healthy work-life balance. This is another one of my own weaknesses. Working too much can lead to burnout, but again, if you use this as one of your weaknesses, the hiring manager will think they're going to get a great return from your salary. Weakness number 7 is being uncomfortable taking big risks. The most successful companies are risk takers. They take calculated risks to ensure they beat their competitors. Saying that you are not very comfortable at taking big risks is a great weakness to use because it is not a requirement in 99% of job roles. Okay, in this next section of the training video, I will give you 2 brilliant answers to the interview question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Please do tell me in the comments section below the video which answer option 1 or 2 you think is the strongest. Here we go. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Answer option number 1. My strengths are a great match for the job description. I am a good collaborator who fits into a team quickly and acts selflessly to achieve the team task. I take the lead during challenges and problems, and I am adaptable in my job description to help the company in times of need. Perhaps my greatest strength is being responsive to change. I understand that change is important for your business to succeed, and I will always support you in implementing new initiatives. My biggest weakness is my presentation skills. I have no experience in public speaking, but I would like to develop this skill. If there are any opportunities in this role for me to give talks to my team, I would like to try it. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Answer option number 2. Here we go. My biggest weakness is I have difficulty asking for help. I take pride in my work and I want to do a great job. This sometimes means I spend too long trying to find a solution to a problem on my own when I should access the skills and expertise of co-workers to speed up the process. My strengths are perfect for this company and will ensure you see a great return from my salary. I am a cost-conscious employee who will be frugal with supplies and resources, and I will always seek ways to improve processes and systems to increase company efficiency. Other strengths include trustworthiness, loyalty, and my desire to continually improve. I will always take on board feedback and criticism to improve, so I am always a great asset to my team. Okay, so there you have it, 2 top scoring example answers to that really difficult interview question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Now, the next thing to do to accelerate your learning even further is make sure you click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download my ultimate job interview preparation pack. This is a formidable resource that will help you pass every job interview you ever attend. Here's what you get when you download my ultimate job interview preparation pack. You will get my brilliant salary negotiation script. I will teach you how to answer that other difficult question, what are your salary expectations? You will also get my 17 best questions to ask in your job interview. At the end of the interview, the hiring manager will say to you, do you have any questions for us? I recommend you choose 3 questions from those 17 and ask them at your interview. You will also get my full body language techniques training. I will teach you how to create a brilliant impression throughout your interview. You will also get my 30, 60 and 90-day plans for job interviews, my top 25 best words to say in an interview. You will also get my interview closing statement. I will tell you what to say at the end of your interview to impress the hiring manager. And you will also get my ready-made CV and resume templates and my top 50 brilliant answers to difficult interview questions. If you want this right now, click that link. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's really important. Thousands of you are passing your job interviews at the first attempt. I can only help you if you are subscribed. Please hit the like button because that tells me you find these videos useful and that motivates me to create more great content for you. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It is always an honor and a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the very best for passing your job interview. Have a great day.